Alright folks, this is a third attempt to try to work on this audio. I think we've got it. Please let me know if there's something weird going on or if it doesn't sound right. I'll try to make it as simple as possible. This doesn't happen very often, but it does on occasion. So let me pull up the chat so you folks can talk to me if there's still an issue. I apologize. Alright, here's the chat window. If there are any viewers left, we're going to give this a shot and see. Yeah, normally this is a very reliable system. You know, I'm running on a Mac. That's one reason I use a Mac. But for some reason, audio does act a little weird on the Mac sometimes. It was a little more complicated to set up on the stream. I'm not sure why that is. But yeah, just let me know if you see anything strange. Sorry about that, folks. We will have, it is going to be planning to be a brief stream tonight. We're going to talk about what we got going on with Cisco Live coming up and a meetup we'd like to do soon. The LANTamers Discord meetup. Pardon me, as this is kind of my normal routine when I start a stream here. I have to open up about 4 or 5 different windows on different monitors, but I think we are somewhat recovered. Yeah, just please let me know in the chat if the sound is reverberating. There's like a reverb going on. It's the strangest thing. And we'll figure it out at some point. Even a reboot didn't seem to help. But that's part of streaming, you know, it's live. And you can't always anticipate. This has been a very reliable computer for the most part. A reliable setup. You know, I'm using OBS. All my information is below in terms of my stream setup. And one reason I chose to, you know, pay a little more for the Mac is for reliability, essentially, of the operating system. It has been very reliable, and it's been a pretty good performer in terms of, because, you know, I've been labbing and streaming on the same computer. A lot of the pro streamers, you know, what they'll do is they'll have separate PCs. So if they're, for example, playing on the PC, which a lot of them do, they'll play a game on a PC, or yeah, that's essentially what they do. They'll have their gaming rig, and then they'll have their streaming rig, and they will feed the video into the streaming PC and just use the streaming PC to render and to upload. And that's a really good setup. A lot of the pros do that. One day, I would like to do that. Not there yet, though. Right now, I lab, and lab is very CPU intensive. It's very memory intensive. So I would generally, even for larger labs, I'll tend to lab. You know, I've been labbing on this PC and streaming on this PC at the same time. One day, I would like to separate the two. That's the goal. But yeah, so getting back to where we were, the wallpaper of the day. Of course, this is just another shot from the Flickr site of SpaceX. And the launch from last week here on the coast, the beautiful coast here of Central Florida. But we're going to talk a little bit about Cisco Prep. Oh, thank you for the host, Binary Lattice. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That is awesome. Really appreciate the host. I hope you had a great stream, Binary Lattice, in your last stream. I did go back and watch, you know, I didn't get to see your stream live, but I did watch it. I did watch some of the video later, which I'll do with some of the streamers. It's so great to see a lot of the new streamers, and that's what I'm hoping to talk about here. Let's move this up. We haven't done this in probably 6 weeks, but in the Discord, we like to arrange from time to time just a meetup, kind of a monthly check-in. How's everybody doing on their studies? Where are they at? What roadblocks are you having? Anybody coming up for a new exam soon? You know, we try to give them a little love and help them out, give them encouragement. Or if they just took an exam and it went well or did not go so well, we talk about that too, help strategize. So we'd like to do one next week on Tuesday night, a week from tonight. The last one we did at 8 p.m. just because that seemed to be a better time in terms of the different time zones that we're working with. So 8 p.m. seemed to be a good time for that. But feel free to put some comments in the Discord channel. In fact, I'm going to open up Discord. and share everyone that channel. And we'll definitely, talk about that. I'd love also to talk to some of the new streamers. And, eventually we might have just a separate sort of streamer meetup. But there's a channel here, Circus Ring, text. So we'll use that. We'll use voice typically for the actual meetup, depending on how many we have. We can always switch to like Google Hangouts or something like that when we get a big crowd. So yeah, just if you're interested in that, please post a time. I'll be posting more probably tomorrow with some definite times and making arrangements with folks. So I'd love to hear. One of the recent trends is seeing more streamers in the networking space, and I'd love to talk about that. Maybe we'll have that as sort of an agenda item. And if there are any streamers who want to talk or share their experience, it'd be a great time to do it. Cisco Live Prep coming up. 26 days to go. We're talking about doing a LANTamers dinner that Tuesday night at Cisco Live. Or sorry, was it Tuesday night? We have a sign-up sheet, which I shared with the group and offered several, if anybody wanted to sign up for such a dinner. Looks like we only have 3 at the moment in this group that are going to be there at Cisco Live. If you are going to be there and have not chimed in yet, feel free to do so. And we'll have a meetup and talk, and we'll meet in Meet Space. Yeah, so it looks like Tuesday, we put it up to vote Tuesday or Thursday night. It looks like everyone's kind of voting for Tuesday night. So, yeah, really looking forward to that. I mean, some of you I've been interacting with for quite a while, and I would love to be able to meet one day in person a lot of the folks that have been here in the stream for a long time, supporting the stream, labbing with me, and going back and forth sometimes trying to figure out a lab. We've had some great interactions, and some of us have spent a lot of hours together here just on this channel or on the YouTube channel. And man, it'd be great to just be able to see people in person and get to know their personality a little better. It's a great age we live in where you can do this kind of thing so interactively over the internet. But meeting in person is nice too. So I'm really looking forward to this Cisco Live event. Also, if you're not going to Cisco Live this year and you have never been to Cisco Live, you may want to consider in the future, and I will be sharing more about it. And for those who have never been, so that you can get a little more of an idea of what it's like to roam the halls, to walk through the vendor center, and just in general to see what it's like. I do plan to live stream from Cisco Live. I've never live streamed mobile before, but I plan to give it a shot and at least give you an idea kind of how things are for those who have not been. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that. Written study. Yeah, so I had a long chat today with Show IP Interface Brief. He and I are both counting down the days. Hey, Maleficent, if you guys do it next year, I'll be there. Plan on going next year. Awesome, man. Yeah, I was considering, I wanted to go so bad this year. I have asked my employer, several different employers, a number of times, and it has not really gone through. I mean, I've never really wanted to go bad as I did this year, just because of the stream and the channel, all the new people I've met, and getting ready for CCIE. But I'm really excited, really looking forward to it. And I was considering, if my employer didn't pay for it this time, paying out of my own pocket. It's not cheap, to be honest. When you think about not just getting in, the price of admission, because if you look at it, I'm trying to remember what the actual cost is. So all you thinking about going in the future, one, you do want to, you may work for yourself, I don't know, but if you have an employer who has a relationship with Cisco, which you probably do if you're in this channel, start making your case early. And, that's what I'd recommend. You can even write up like a memo or letter. Yeah, true. One vendor said if we buy enough Cisco gear, they will give you some Cisco credits for Cisco Live. As a matter of fact, Maleficent, that's what happened to me this year. We had Cisco Learning Credits, which can be used, applied, as payment for a Cisco Live. And that was great. And there were other team members that have gone in the past, but it was kind of my year. And fortunately, the employer followed through, which I was really happy about. So yeah, they're not really paying anything. As a matter of fact, since I live in Orlando, they're going to save a lot of money in terms of accommodations and meals and things like that. Actually, I've heard that if you pay for a meal at Cisco Live, that you're doing it wrong, is what someone else told me today in a forum, or mentioned today in a forum. You really, there's going to be so much food there that you really should not have a problem finding things to eat. They do actually provide meals, from what I understand. Congrats, man. Hey, thank you, Malfishin. I'll be watching the live stream. That's awesome, man. Hopefully it'll give you kind of an idea, what it is, because I really had no concept. I mean, you can always go back, of course, and watch the past year's presentations, the breakout session presentations, not all the presentations. But to actually roam around, which to me, a lot of the benefit is going to be the social networking with people, meeting people. That's going to be, to me, any major convention. I've been to conventions in the past, not Cisco, but I've been to Microsoft, I've been to IBM, I've been to a couple others, Citrix, several of them. And the networking is a lot of the main value. Sitting around, a table, introducing yourself to new people, learning what they do, exchanging, LinkedIn, connecting on LinkedIn, and just learning from other people how they do things, griping about vendors. It's a great forum for networking. That's what I hope to do there. So the registration, there's these different packages, right? So the full conference, which I have, there's regular and on-site. This is interesting. I've heard that people can do this remote. I don't know what that's about or how that would even work. Maybe they give you live feeds to, like, maybe you sign up for the courses. I don't know. That's interesting, a concept. But I have heard of remote attendees. Anyway, there's a full conference, which is 28 learning credits. IT management, and then Imagine. So, yeah, this is the full conference, at least, is what I would recommend. And yeah, plan for the future, of course, accommodations, etc. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Exciting times, folks, and less than 4 weeks away. So, all right, get back to written study. This morning, Show IP Interface Brief and I had some back and forth on some areas that we're working on. And tonight and tomorrow, these are my study areas right here that I need to review for sure. PIM Auto Rendezvous Point. Multicast PIM Auto Rendezvous Point. I had been labbing this when I switched from going to studying labbing to studying for the written. I didn't really finish these labs. I started on them. Kind of wish I would have finished now. I may do some labs before it's over with, because this is critical, and there are some behaviors, kind of the order of operations, that and auto RP anycast, that I don't have down, and I need to get those down. So I'm going to be working on those. Also, ISIS review. It's funny because when I passed this exam, this test exam for the test a few weeks back, and I got it, and I passed, I got the ISIS questions. Somehow from then until now, it's like I lost some of that. And that can be a little frustrating, but that just means I did not understand it profoundly enough to retain it for additional questions. So I need to review some IS, and a lot of that has to do with the area types. So type 1 and type 2 area adjacencies and who can form neighbors, who can become neighbors, whether you're L1, L2, or just L1. A lot of that material I have to review and work on that. And that's just for the written. The ISIS is not part of the lab exam. It is only for the written. So got to study it now, so I got it down, and we can be ready for it on the written exam day. Last thing I want to mention is a meat chunk. This is a great video, folks. Excellent career lessons from Fish. This is Denise Fishburne. If you're not subscribed to her YouTube channel, I highly recommend it. It's brief, it's to the point, and she's been around the business for a while. She is very knowledgeable. She's got a great blog, but she wrote on Twitter the other day that she wants to start producing more, that she's really liking producing videos now. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see more, popular and well-known networking media folks and well-known people in the industry like Denise Fishburne. I really look forward to more video content. Obviously, I like video content. I read blogs too, don't get me wrong. I have written blogs in the past. I started up a blog and didn't really keep it going, and I've switched now to video. I'm not saying I won't do blogs in the future. There are certain things that it's just, you cannot, if it's very technical, it almost needs to be in a blog, right? So she has a really good blog. I would definitely check it out. It's probably listed on her About page in YouTube, but her videos are great. She also has some really good sessions that she has done as a presenter at Cisco Live. As a matter of fact, when I was just getting started with MPLS, it was recommended to me when in that early struggle that a lot of people have, like me, when you're first learning MPLS, is to watch one of her presentations at Cisco Live. I think it's Troubleshooting MPLS. Beautifully explained, broken down. And I've linked that before in the past. Let me see if I can go ahead and find it real quick. Cisco Live on demand. And I'm not showing it because I have to log in with my account and stuff. Actually, let's do a search first. On-demand library. Actually, you can always look up someone's name. I think it's Fishburne. Wow, she has... Look at all these presentations she's done in the past. I need to go back and watch more of these. I don't think she's presenting this year. Sorry, not MPLS. Multicast troubleshooting. In fact, I should watch this tomorrow. Yeah, 2017 Las Vegas, she did this multicast troubleshooting, and it's excellent. It's really good. She compares multicast sort of as a dating service. It's entertaining, and it's very informative too. So just go to the on-demand library and search for Denise Fishburne, and learn some good multicast stuff. I highly recommend that. That was recommended to me, and it was an excellent recommendation. So that's all I've got tonight, folks. I'm just going to encourage everyone to, hit your certification track, stay on track, stick with your plan, keep studying, keep labbing, and hit us up in the Discord, interact, encourage your fellow man and fellow woman who is also studying, mentor folks, all the good stuff that we always talk about here in LANTamers Stream. Thanks I apologize for the hiccups in the beginning. I will get that corrected by tomorrow, and we shall see you back here tomorrow, folks, on the LANTamers Stream. Thanks for stopping by.